A very good morning. Welcome to Chartbusters. I'm Nigel D'Souza, and joining me on the show is Mangalam Malu. Well, Mangalam, we will likely start off in the red. We did start off in the red. Started actually a little below the 9,200 odd mark. We tried to pull back a little bit, but we're back around that level of around 9,200. The problem pocket yet again is the Nifty Bank. Now that's down close to around 500 points odd. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom, because at least the mid-cap index is trading with some green. I think the last time I checked, it was just marginally managing to hold on to the green. Let's hope that outperformance continues, and maybe in fact the bulls, they'll fight back at some point of time. Hey Mangalam.
Hi Nigel, let's see whether the bulls do fight back or not, because what's interesting is that yesterday when we opened above the 50-day moving average and then closed below that. Today we've opened below the 20-day moving average of 92.60, did manage to go above that for a bit. Bears came in again, and now that there is the announcement of the finance minister's press conference at 4, let's see whether the bulls do fight back or not. But from a broader perspective, yesterday's high of 95.85 remains important on the Nifty, and May 12 low of 9,044 will be important as well, primarily because it is weekly options expiry. So we've seen a fair amount of call writing at the 9,300, 9,400 level, some put writing at 9,200. Let's see how it pans out. But first up, all the top stories that we're tracking this morning. The market underperforms in today's trading session, and that's on account of weak global cues and the details coming in from Finance Minister's 20 lakh crore rupee stimulus package. The Nifty Bank underperforms while the mid-cap index surges.
And NBFCs get a boost. The Finance Minister announces 30,000 crore special liquidity scheme to buy investment quality debt papers of NBFCs and MFIs. Also partial credit guarantee scheme to give rupees 45,000 crore rupees to NBFCs.
Power stocks in focus. PFC and REC to infuse liquidity of 90,000 crores to DISCOMs. Liquidity to be provided to clear dues and loans to be given against state guarantees.
And Godrej Consumer rises despite weak results as valuation support. The lockdown hurts business as India revenue dips 18%. The company reports 15% decline in domestic volumes. The management says they saw some recovery in April as well as May.
Siemens reacts to weak numbers. The other expenses rise by 42%. Lower revenue also hurts the operating performance. The stock lower in trade.
Okay, all right, let's try to understand how do you trade the Nifty from here. We have Shrikant Chavan who joins in. Hi Shrikant, thanks so much for joining in. Well, tell us, is it the time to be brave? Just yesterday we went all the way to around 9,600 odd. Now we're at around 9,200. So is it the time to be brave? Go ahead and buy the Nifty, or do you believe we're likely to slide down back towards maybe that 9,000 odd mark? Okay, all right. I think Shrikant, we'll just get back to him in just a bit. For the time being, I think let's just take a couple of stocks. The go-to sector has been the pharma index, particularly on down days. And you pull up the intraday chart of the pharma index, you'll see that's seeing a bit of a fight back. And from the Nifty itself, you just pull up a few stocks. Dr. Reddy's, that stock has seen a bit of a spike up. Sun Pharma as well as move higher, as well as Cipla. So the pharma index is putting in a bit of a fight. But will the Nifty put in a bit of a fight? Well, we have Shrikant Chavan back with us to tell us exactly that. Shrikant, we want to know whether or not it's the time to be brave and go ahead and buy the Nifty, or do you believe we're going to slide down back maybe towards that 9,000 odd level?
Yeah, thank you, Mangalam. The market has spent a lot of time well above the level of 9150, 9200 since last almost 1 month. So I am of the view that, and even if we see the put writing options, then there also a lot of writing has happened at 9,200 strike price. So I'm of the view that yes, if really somebody want to take some courageous call, then one can look for buying some call options, but with a very short-term view. I'm to say with a view of intraday view, one must look for adding call options of 9,200 strike price with a stop loss at 9140 on the downside, because I'm expecting market to spend time between the range of 9150 and 9350. But the broader formation of the market is clearly not displaying any major strength. So if there is any higher opening in next 1 or 2 days of time, then we should be very, very careful. But today, because it's a day of expiry, yes, between 9200 and 9150, certainly one must look for adding some call options.
All right, Shrikant, just coming back to that point, you're saying look to buy the 9,200 call that's expiring today.
Yeah, correct. Yes, which is expiring today. It's a weekly.
So that's around 40 rupees.
40 rupees, yes. The reason is because Mangalam ki market
got that point. You got a couple of
market
stocks.
has spent a lot of time around these levels. That's why.
Okay, all right. And you got a couple of picks as well for us?
Yes. From the pharma space, we like Ajanta Pharma, which is currently trading at 1470, 1475. There we feel that the stock is very close to its breakout level of 1500. And even at this price, the risk reward ratio is quite favorable. So with a stop loss at 1425, it's a buy. We can again expect 1550, 1575 on the high side. So pharma stocks are really doing well, and most of them are available at their important support areas. So I'm expecting rebound in all pharma companies in next 1 or 2 days of time. And the way there is like weakness in the market, if we create some short positions on DLF, then I think that should do profitable for traders, short-term traders. We can keep stop loss at 138 for the same, for the target of 130.
All right, Shrikant, thanks a lot for that. So pharmaceutical sector batting for the bulls in today's trading session. Let's see how the Nifty pans out given Shrikant's advice of buying the 9,200 call. We'll slip into a short break, but on the other side, we'll get chatting with the management of JSPL, and this is on account of the 90,000 crore largesse announced by the government for power financiers and the power sector. Does that impact the power business of JSPL or not? We'll get the management to join us on the other side.